When I was a kid, there was this brand, a slogan. You'd see it on t-shirts and bumper stickers, and it used to say, "No fear." It was popular when I was little. I don't know if it's still around, but as a kid, I used to think that would be so cool to live your life without fear. As an adult, I realized that's impossible. You're gonna need fear in order to survive. It's gonna be a part of your journey. But that saying, that slogan, that no fear slogan, I don't think that was about not having fear. I think what that was about was not letting fear govern your life. It was about being courageous. Courage is defined as moving forward in the face of fear. There is no courage without fear. You need to identify your fears, but you don't want to let it stop you from putting one foot in front of the other and moving forward on your journey. There's these things that we're afraid of, and for good reason. Number one at the top of the list is fear of death, followed by fear of losing a loved one. But there's these other things: fear of abandonment, fear of rejection, fear of being alone, fear of the unknown. Now, I would be lying to you if I told you that I wasn't afraid to die. I am, but I can honestly tell you that it is not my greatest fear. My greatest fear is living until I'm 80 or 90 years old, and then looking back on my life and realizing that I never had the courage to be myself, to be true to myself, to be genuine, to be authentic, to take my mask off, to open up and expose vulnerability, to not find out what my purpose, my passion, my gifts, or my potential were, or to not have the courage to share my purpose, passion, gifts, and potential with the world, to not be comfortable with my own emotions, to not speak on whatever I'm thinking about, to not live consistent with my own values, to look back and realize that I let fear steal myself from myself because I was afraid to be alone. So then I put on a mask and I hid behind the mask, which ultimately left me in a place where I was alone. That I fell victim to external validation, contingent self-esteem, that I was consumed with what other people thought about me, that I lived as an actor in someone else's play. I don't want to live the rest of my years and look back and realize that I didn't suit up and show up, that I didn't have the courage to be myself. We should be terrified of that. In order to be authentic, you have to find your courage. It's a courageous act to be yourself, because we know that if you take your mask off and you are who you are and you show your true colors, that some people might not like you. But the thing is that you could leave your mask on and some people are not going to like you regardless. Some people are going to hate on you no matter what you do. So if they're not going to like you, whether you have your mask on or off, you might as well be yourself. I'd rather have you hate me for who I am than love me for who I am not. Kurt Cobain. But in order for you to be your authentic self, you have to first figure out and ask yourself, who am I? Who am I, or who was I before